Hi, I am Michael Santos, and I'm super excited to be communicating with so many students who have expressed interest in helping us advance our really efforts to improve outcomes for all justice impacted people. Some of you have seen me speak in a presentation where I told the story about going into prison and being in there for receiving a 45-year sentence when I was 23 years old, and how I served 26 years in prison. But ever since I went into that system, I really made it a mission to try and change outcomes for other people. I really learned that story from Frederick Douglass, a person who was born into slavery, and he escaped from slavery and then went on to uh, realize that he could make a difference in the world. And the way that he did it is he taught himself how to read, he taught himself how to write, he taught himself how to communicate with others, and then he wrote a few biographies. And those biographies led to him becoming one of the most successful abolitionists ever that resulted in the abolition of slavery. Well, in America today, we incarcerate more people per capita than any other nation on earth. We People serve sentences that are far too long, and I really feel it's my duty to try and help as many people as I possibly can change the system. And that's what I've been doing since I got out of prison. And what I wanted to do today is just give a little bit more backstory on what we are doing and why we need interns. And I'm going to just be honest with you. I am learning this process, and I'm super grateful to Brett. And I included him on this email thread because I'm going to ask all of the interns that are interested in working with us to connect with Brett. I tried to do a group email, but I didn't get a consensus on when the best time to do a live webinar. So instead, I thought I'd make this simple video and write an email and connect you directly to Brett. And you guys can talk, and we can find out what you want to do and see if we can work together. If you're in college and you are looking to advance on to law school or graduate school, then I think it's really important for you to bolster your portfolio of community contribution. And I think that this is a great way to do it through our nonprofit. We have a limited budget. So we'll have some resources to hire people as interns, but we're also looking for people who want to volunteer for the mission. And what we really need are people that are interested in social media so they can start spreading awareness. And I'm going to show you kind of our strategy by sharing my screen with you. So if I show you this page right here, this is prisonprofessors.com. And on this page, we really profile amazing people who have transformed their life while they were in prison, like my friend Halim, who was once serving a double life sentence in prison. And by going through some of the courses that we create, he transformed his life, and now he's super successful in society. And we want to find more Halims in prison and help them come home. These are some of the books that I wrote while I wrote and that I use to distribute to people in prison. And this website is really something to give people free information on how they could use time inside to prepare for success outside. We have another website that's Prison Professors Talent. And this is the website we are using to help people memorialize their journey by really creating good plans. And if you click these links here, you could see that, I never ask anybody to do anything that I didn't do. That's that video at the top was me teaching inside of jails and prisons across America, both women and men. You'll notice that most of the people who are incarcerated are, enthusiastic to learn just by looking at their faces. We want to profile people. You could see how the Bureau of Prisons really encourages people to work to prepare for success upon release. If you look at my Wikipedia page, which is right here, you'll be able to see how long I've been working on this project, from not only the time that I served in prison, but also since I have come home. So that's one of the strategies, is when we try to teach people inside how they can do the same thing. If you want to see more about the long strategy and how it worked, you could look at this timeline at the bottom of the screen. and click on any of these years where it's the whether it's the most recent year, or go back and just see the long story of all the seeds that I had to sow from going into prison as a young man in my early 20s in 1987 and going through the entire journey, and how a methodical strategy helped me. But this isn't really about me. It's about helping people in prison learn that they can become successful, that they can do something more with their life. And we have to work to try and change the culture of confinement, so it's one of growth and positive experience for people, so that they may have gone in having broken the law, but we want them to come back as law-abiding, contributing citizens. And then we want to help them get jobs and get into the job market. So we've got a lot of work to do, including raising capital. And so all of this really works together, where we're trying to make a bigger impact on the world and influencing people all across the country. We need to create income streams to do it. And that's what this site is about, mitigationarc.com. This is like a revenue generator that we're creating to help justice impacted people by helping them understand different stages of the journey, and revenues from this. We will use revenues from this business to support what we're really passionate about, and that's helping people in prison prepare for success, and just helping improve outcomes of the entire system. So we would love to have your help on this front, and that's why I'm wearing my Cal t-shirt, because I just got back from UC Berkeley, where I got to meet a group of very enthusiastic, awesome students that I got so inspired by them. And some of them reached out and said they wanted to intern with us. So I wanted to make this simple video, and then I'm going to connect you to a member of my team. And what we're really looking for are people that can help us with social media, spreading information and profiles of the people we're helping. I mean, you can see, if I share my screen again with you, you can see how many people there are by going down to this screen here, and you click on scholarships, because that's what we do. We use our resources to help people inside. And if you click on some of these links here, you'll just see how many people there are. What we want these people to do is, when they're working hard to prepare for success, we want to get a group of interns who are bringing attention by tweeting about what they're writing and letting the world know, retweeting, using social media to spread awareness on how we are working to change the world. And there's just so many people here that are part of our community. I don't even know how many we have on here. Let me just scroll down. You'll see that there are several hundred people that we're building for, and we will continue building till we have hopefully I'll have a goal of reaching getting 1,000 people on our project by the end of this year. And we'd like to get 10,000 people on our project by the end of next year. Then we'd like to have businesses and individuals working to support these efforts. And that's why we need you. So as a person who served 26 years in prison, I just want to say thank you for any interest that you show in interning with us. And I'm going to ask you to connect with my partner, Brett. He will, I'm including him on an email for you. And if you have any questions, I think you could ask Brett, or you could respond to the email, and then we'll eventually get together and have a group video where I could respond to questions. But Brett is really going to be running our social media initiatives, and we hope that you'll become a part of our community. I am Michael Santos, the founder of Prison Professors and Prison Professors Talent, and I just want you to know we're really grateful to you for the interest you've expressed. Thanks so much.